So, without further ado, we would like to invite Ivan Pernar, Croatian politician and Liberland Minister of Interior.
Thank you, thank you.
Welcome on stage. Nice to meet you.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, very often people ask me, Mr. Pernar, as a Minister of Interior, what do you do? What is your job in Liberland? And now you're gonna hear, if you have been wondering for a while. My job is to ensure your freedom. People think that if somebody heads the police, that it's about imprisoning people or like power to take away your rights. But in Liberland, Interior Minister role is to guarantee your rights. The right to speak freely, which is denied in many other countries. Also, the right to say what you think and to have your own opinion. Today, we live in a time when there is so-called collectivization. Like just as during Soviet communism, they wanted everybody to think a particular way. And if you were out of the line, you could be persecuted, imprisoned, labeled as crazy, and so on. What was very shocking for me was from England. It was a case of a woman who was standing silent and saying nothing. She was next to the abortion clinic. And she was doing literally nothing, just standing. And policeman came to her and he asked her, what do you think about? And she said, well, I'm praying in my own mind. Oh, they arrested her immediately and she got fined for a prayer in her own self. So now we went from so-called society where speech is banned. We are now moving to so-called thought police. You are now becoming a thought criminal if you have different beliefs than the official government position. Such a situation in the West. I have seen a case in Germany. There was a journalist sentenced to 7 months in prison for a meme. For a meme. I said, my God, is this freedom that we should fight for? Or this is actually something opposite of freedom that should be gone? So that is the spirit of Liberland. When I first met our president, Vitjedlička, I have already known what are his ideas. And those were my ideas as well. And so Vit told me, Ivan, we have a government, we have ideas, and we need people in position who would always fight for freedom of people, because freedom is not hereditary. Each generation must fight over and over again. We in Croatia thought if we fight in 1990 for the freedom, for our state to exist, that once we do it, battle is over. No, there is and there always will be attempts by small groups of people on top of pyramid of power to usurp power for themselves, not to share it with others, and in the end to deny everybody else any rights and to treat them not as humans, but treat them as cattle. Now you might wonder why I compare humans with animals. Well, if you are farm animal, nobody asks you if you want to get vaccinated or not. You just have to take the vaccine, you have to take the shot. There is not much questions or discussion. The animal is not asked what does it think or not think or whatever. So this is also another example where we fight for the humans to be uplifted and not be on the same levels as animals, as these governments want us to be. That's why they don't speak about humanity immunity. They speak about herd immunity, because you are part of the herd for them. So as long as I am in my position, I will fight for your freedom of choice, freedom of speech, freedom of assembly, freedom to say what you believe. And there are also some countries where if you don't believe in particular historical events, you might go to prison. You might go to prison. I saw one old lady, Ursula, 90-something years, they sent her for prison. to prison, and they don't see a problem in that. So I can guarantee you that in Liberland there are no and there will be no political prisoners and prisoner of consciousness as long as I run. Thank you.